Back inside the Frank Irwin Center here in Austin, Texas. Match number 2. Great one. Dan Rawlings against Jack Flash Felton.
Philadelphia Fire's Dan Rawlings waited in the wings for his shot at the WCL lineup. His time has come. LA Stars' Jack Felton is a warrior that has fought all over the world. He cites teammate Ray Daniels as an inspiration.
Our heart, our speed, and our strength.
All right, we head into match number 2. Philadelphia Fire with a 6-point lead on the team score right now, so Dan Rawlings needs to get a little something done against a guy, Jack Flash Felton. He's got that name, guys, because he is quick.
Yeah, Jack Felton is very fast. He closes the gap well, puts his hand combinations together. Of course, against Dan Rawlings, who's more of a kickboxing style, tends to stay a little more flat-footed, keep his base, which of course translates into good punching power.
Yeah, you know, what Felton doesn't have in power, he makes up for speed. You know, he's in and out. He's throwing 4 and 5 punch combinations, and then he's gone, which has got to be frustrating a little bit for Rawlings. You know, again, like you said, he's more of a traditional Thai boxer.
A little slip there, no damage.
Rawlings with his hands up, kind of a different style, which again you can see the translation with Jack Felton with a little bit of a lower hand position, relying more on his kicks to close the gap. Got to be careful though. Again, a strong puncher like Dan Rawlings, you got to be careful to keep that guard up. Watch that chin.
Well, Felton's is doing an excellent job of keeping the distance, and he's excellent at this part. A little tangle up with the referee there.
Notice Rawlings now realizes you've got to close the gap. He's got to take away that reach advantage that Felton seems to have with those kicks. And I think as it goes on, you'll see Rawlings starting to get in close and again rely on more of his Muay Thai kickboxing skills.
Yeah, he started working the legs, you know, of Felton, and that's what he needs to do more of. He needs to slow Felton down.
Rawlings on the attack now.
Exactly what he's doing. Once he gets in on Felton, it starts to neutralize Felton's mobility, and that's exactly what Rawlings needs to do.
I think Dan Rawlings just figured something out.
Exactly. And as I said, a lot of times in fights, it takes the first half of the fight to sort of work the other fighter out and change your strategy as required.
First time in the 3-minute match we saw Felton actually kind of on the run, and now inside, and here come the knee strikes.
Got to be very careful. There is a clinch rule, but when you use knees, you can clinch, but you must immediately let go, otherwise you can get penalized for clinching.
This is kind of the trademark of the LA team, is this very fast movement, in and out type striking, and it's definitely working. I think Rawlings is feeling the frustration of fighting a guy who's faster, and you know, and when he's trying to counter, he's not there.
Isn't this a great thing about the WCL, though, that the rules really promote 2 fighters just staying at it? You move away from each other, you can risk a point of passivity. And we're certainly not seeing any passivity between these 2 great fighters.
No, actually, that yellow card you saw come out there from Doc Hamilton was against Jack Felton, so he gives a point for holding to the Philly Fire. That'll be added to the total score when the fight's done.
Felton looked like he's tiring a little bit now. Rawlings trying to take advantage of that by taking the fight to Felton. But Felton's been doing very well. He scored a lot in those early minutes of the round.
Rawlings on the attack with that right hand, lands at least 1 or 2.
Rawlings still needs to use that leg kick. He stopped using that leg kick and really needed to be doing that in this round.
Rawlings v. Felton.
I went to right. I could have done a little better. Starting to stick a little bit of side kicks. Got away from that at the end, and he started sticking those a little harder.
Those combos paying off for Felton, and the speed as well. Jack Flash Felton does it for the LA Stars. 15-9 back in the game for LA. It is basically an even match after 2, and we've got a lot more to go here in the first half. Match semifinals of the league championship here in Austin, Texas. World Combat League on the air. It is time for match 8, and it was a good one first time out. Dan Rawlings against Jack Felton, and the Flash Felton, the winner earlier tonight. Rawlings wants a little revenge.
Well, we got to see if Rawlings changes his game plan up. You know, he's got to be more aggressive, get in there and use those combinations.
Yeah, he's got to stop Felton being able to move so much and score. He closes the gap so quickly. Felton's got to neutralize that by just getting in as close as he can to Felton.
Felton in the silver pants closest to you for LA.
I think he's doing that now, though, guys. You see, Rawlings is coming and being a lot more aggressive right off the gun, but now here comes Felton right back in with his own combination.
I'll tell you, this Felton kid, he lets it go. I mean, when he comes, he comes. As you say, he throws 2 and 3 and 4 kick punch combinations.
and puts his hands and feet, and that's the idea of this. It is combinations. If you kick, you got to follow it with the hands and vice versa. Look at Felton. Beautiful leg kicks followed up with hands, then with a nice knee.
Nice combos, exactly what you guys were talking about. Come on the attack, use the hands and the knees.
Notice the difference in style with the kickboxer. You know, you've got Rawlings with his hands up nice and high. Felton much more confident with his hands down low.
And he receives a penalty for grabbing. Because you know, Felton is actually, being the sport karate fighter, actually using the Thai boxing technique with the leg kicks and the hands falling, whereas Rawlings, who is the Thai boxer, has not really used the leg kick at all in this match.
No, exactly. He needs to use those leg kicks and follow with those hands and stay in tight. But he's allowing Felton to be the aggressor right here.
I think he's getting frustrated. I think every time he moves, he's getting hit by Felton, and it's a little frustrating.
See, look how well Rawlings does when he takes the fight to Felton. He's got to also take advantage of the fact that Felton is probably going to get a little tired with the kind of mobility he's using. But, boy, we're not seeing it by the way. You're seeing leg kicks follow up with hand combinations beautifully put together.
I was going to say, big difference in the style you see there. Every time Dan Rawlings is on the attack, it's just hands, it's just punches, not the combos that you're seeing on the other side of the ring.
Exactly. Rawlings needs to throw more leg kicks to set up those hand combinations. The rule is you go low, then you go high, and vice versa.
There, Rawlings is starting to use his leg kick a little bit more.
Attempted spinning back kick there, but Felton again realizing he's going to keep that aggression on. As I keep saying, the judges really notice aggression from the fighters.
Somewhat of a pivotal fight here in the second half. LA building a pretty good lead, and if Felton wins again here, which I got to tell you, there's a knockdown of Rawlings.
It was a flip. Rawlings just got tripped up in Felton's legs. No knockdown.
Oh, nice countering kick there, just to keep that distance away by Felton. Leg kick followed up with a straight left hand.
Felton's got Rawlings' number on this fight right now. He's got the distance down. He's putting the good combinations, the 1-2 leg kick.
Well, Rawlings doing a great job, though, staying in the fight, guys, because the last thing you want to do is take the knockout, get no points for your team, and Philly's got to stay in this thing here in the second half. Here's a quick look from the Total Gym replay.
Great combinations by Felton there.
He's an awkward guy, I gotta give him. You know, he's a tough fighter. He's got some hard bark on him, for sure. So, very quick. Gotta work on that speed, apparently. I'd like another shot at him, for sure.
Rawlings coming back with his own hands there, but he needs to put those leg kicks together. You see Felton just fires straight back and equalizes the whole exchange.
Felton was the winner in the first half against Rawlings, and it will be the same this time around. But Dan Rawlings, again, 9 points. They need it. The Philadelphia Fire. Felton the winner. It's 101-69. LA over Philadelphia.